Hello and welcome to PlayStation Racer. My name is Mitchell Morgan and today we are at the Michelin Raceway Road Atlanta for the Daily Race B. Now I was going to leave the daily races for my new PlayStation Racer account where I'm going from driver rating E upwards. However, I had an evening of being coached by Cushdy, a friend of mine. And following that coaching, I had the most amazing race, and I just really wanted to share that with you. And this is that race. So this is on my old profile. On this one, I am a C-rated driver, so I'm racing here with mostly C-rated drivers. My standard rating, unfortunately, has dropped to B, so I am sitting in a field with sort of Bs and A-rated drivers. I don't think there's any S's. Can rewind it and have a look. But this race was just awesome. So we started off where I was just chasing down Kaiko. Hopefully I'm saying these names correctly. I apologise if I'm not. So we're starting off in fourth and we're chasing down Kaiko and really just trying to stay with these cars in front. Now I say trying to stay with these cars in front, and that is because they are in the Silvias, which is the meta car around here, the fastest car. I'm in the Audi, I think it's the Audi TT Cup, but I'm in the Audi because I just seem to be driving that one a little bit better and getting my best times in this particular car. So here, we're just trying to stay with these guys. I decided to pick up the blue car to try and get a bit of a slipstream and go down the right-hand side. Thought better of that. I want to try and go for a clean race in this particular one, and he's got a penalty anyway for that corner cut up the top, which I'll cover in a moment. So I backed out of that one just to let those guys go. Trying to get the slipstream on him at the moment. He's got the half-second penalty, so we should be able to overtake him down the straight. So my attention now is on the red car. This is back on Kaiko, who is my main adversary throughout this one. Braking just before the first of those white lines. Just getting it down into second gear to turning, so we went a little bit deep. Into second over the top. Kaiko's got a little bit out of shape as we go over the top, so that might give me a run as we go over the start finish line to start the second lap. So I'm watching him very carefully. I'm looking for the beginning of the cones where that grey strip, the tarmac is, down into fourth, a quick dab of third, back up the fourth to get the drive up the hill. I'm now watching for the second or third of those white lines across the road to hit the brakes. Watch the little yellow triangle bit at the top there, because that's a corner cut area that I can get. Running along this curve into third and up over that curve, being careful not to go too wide there, because that is another track limit issue. So we've kept both of those clean. We're hitting purple sectors at the moment, and we are managing to stay with Kaiko in second place. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. At this point, considering I haven't really done many of these daily races for quite a long time, I was almost happy to just get third place in this race. So we are half a second away from Kaiko at the moment. We've got 2.5 seconds to Lemso behind us. And so really just trying to stay in the slipstream, pushing hard as we can, braking on the first white line there. Kaiko goes a little bit deep, and we had a good run through the chicane, which has put us right on the back of him and really hustling him as we go down the hill and across the start-finish straight. Just trying to stay in a slipstream at the moment, watching for the braking point. I thought about a dive up the inside there and then thought better of it, so dropped in behind. But that's really putting a little bit of pressure on Kaiko and saying, hey, look, I'm here. If you make a mistake, I'm coming through, and I'm going to try and hustle you into a mistake. Unfortunately, I got a little bit wobbly on the top there, which has given him the opportunity just to pull it out a little bit more of a margin. But there he goes a little bit wide. He was all four wheels off the track there. Is that going to be a track limit warning? Fingers crossed. No, it doesn't look like he is, but that has encouraged me to get really, really close as we go into this corner, all important corner before the straight. You really want to be getting a really good exit from there. I'm right on his back bumper and we are really going for it. He's weaving around now. right, left, pulls back across to the right, really trying to break my slipstream at the moment. I sort of decided that the weaving wasn't really for me. I was concerned that I was going to put it off the track, so I dropped back into my normal driving line. He went really deep there, and I had a much better run through the chicane, which has put me right on the back of him right now. So this is really starting to put him under pressure, and at this stage I felt that I was a little bit smoother, applying everything that Cushdy had taught me. So here, down into fourth, a quick dab of third to get it slowed down, turned in, and I'm still right on the back of the Silvia, which should be the quicker car around here. Just braking on that white line, getting a nice turn in. You can see that he's really pushing it, the back of that Silvia moving around. He does get a better run over the top of that hill each time, whereas I managed to close up at other parts of the track. I really need to get that up and over, sorted out, but very, very often I was winding up the track limits, which is why I was just being a little bit cautious. So just taking stock of the situation at the moment, we are 3 seconds to Toyolo, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, behind us, and 0.7 of a second to Kaiko in front. And it looks like we might actually be catching the first place car. So at this stage, I was sort of settling back, using the slipstream and thinking, okay, let's bring this home for third and just work with Kaiko and see if we can get on the back of Rooms. And if we can, maybe there's an opportunity with an issue later in the race to try and pick up another place or two. But at the moment, it really looks like Kaiko has got the measure of me, although I am pushing as hard as I possibly can. So we enter the last lap, and I'm thinking at this stage this is a little bit all over. Those two are really close, and then they throw it off the track, they put it on the grass. Neither of them managed to get back on the track, which puts me through into first place. Now all I've got to do is keep it on the black stuff, getting excited and gone a little bit deep into there. All I need to do is keep it in a straight line, and you know, if you follow me, how I often throw this away. So all of that coaching that Cushdy had given me over the last few hours was coming into play here. Every braking point, every gear change, every acceleration point, just be really, really careful, braking ever so slightly earlier for that corner, which actually was better for me. Just trying to get it down into second for turning on this one, not taking the grass so we don't get any penalties or anything. We're still 4 seconds ahead of Toyolo behind us. It looks like Kaiko and Rooms are well out of it now, so we've got a 4-second advantage over the second place. All we need to do now is bring it down to the chicane, have a good chicane up over the hill, over the line, and we will have it done. I am absolutely shaking at this point. We get a great chicane, putting everything I've been taught into practice over the top. Just bring it up into fourth gear, watching that little patch in the tarmac, and across the line for a first. I think that is possibly my first ever win in a daily race, and I was ecstatic. I was buzzing. As you can see, I'm a DRC racing, pretty much C racing drivers in there, so it was a fairly even match. But 2 S-rated SRs behind us, and I am a B. Really want to get that rating up, but we're going to work on that on our main base station racer profile. But that was quite the race. I got a lot of luck where Rooms went off and Kaiko followed Rooms on that first corner. I kept my head together. I kept everything in a straight line. I kept it consistent. Didn't get any penalties, and that was the reward. A wonderful, wonderful first place. And then just to confirm, that's a victory. 3 positions gained, clean race as well, and a nice bunch of credits to go with that as well for that particular race. Really, really nice. So I hope you've enjoyed this one as much as I enjoyed it, guys. If you did, please hit the like button, and if you're new around here, please hit the subscriber button, because I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers before my birthday in July. And if you're back as a current subscriber, thank you ever so much for continuing to support the channel. It's greatly appreciated. For now, I'm going to leave you with a replay of what is without doubt one of my best races in the longest time. Thanks very much. I'll see you again very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.